On our escapade to the east in search of stories that move hearts, our first detour was to Bukedea. This is one of the most recently formed districts, with a stretch of 65 kilometers between Mbale and Komi districts. This newly born district has an abundance of beautiful features, majorly the rocks. However, we are not here to tour, but on a mission to bring you stories of people far away. We are here to meet a number of people, victims of varying circumstances. At the district headquarters, we have been told there is a blind counselor with a broad vision. With help of a volunteer guide, we quickly learn Irene is not at the premises. So we proceed to her home, which is quite a distance. In a small grass-thatched homestead is where Irene puts up with an uncle and relatives. Welcome to Life Stories. Today, me and my crew decided to visit the rocky Bukedea district and visited a young lady by the names of Irene Akiso, who works as a voluntary counselor at Bukedea local government. Welcome with me, the beautiful Irene. Hello, Irene.
You're most welcome,
Thank you.
Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
Thanks to come and pay visit to me.
Thank you.
This is my home area.
Okay.
You're most welcome. Welcome to Teso.
Oh, this is part of Teso?
Yes.
Nice.
Bukedea is the first district when you're entering to Teso district.
Okay.
Teso sub-region.
Thank you for welcoming us to your home, to your beautiful home.
Zuena, you're most welcome.
Thank you. It's really hot here. The temperature is usually like this?
Always in January, February, March. Teso is a very hot area.
Were you born and raised here?
Yes.
Where we are?
I'm a born of Bukedea sub-county, Kasoka parish, and this is Kaloko village. Okay. This is my area I grew up from.
Okay.
I was born in 1975, and I started schooling from Matutur Primary School in 1980. So I had my primary level, Matutur Primary School. So from primary 7, I went to secondary. That is St. John's College, Magale. That's Mbale district. So eventually after 95 is when I joined the PTC. That is Kabuangasi Primary Teachers College. From 1996 to 1997, I finished my year 1. So in 1997, I joined the year 2, whereby I did final moderation, final teaching practice. Then on my day to wake up for examinations, I woke up blind.
Just like that?
Just like that, and I missed examination, I missed papers, and I missed everything. I was well in the evening when I was going to sleep, but only to wake up in the morning, I woke up with misty eyes. And that was the end of everything up to date.
When you woke up blind, was it something coming up gradually, something you noticed gradually that you feel like your eyes are getting blind slowly by slowly, or it just snapped out?
When I woke up in the morning, I opened my eyes. I found that I was not seeing anything, but it's already morning. My colleagues are preparing. I was questioning myself, is it still dark? Have I woken up midnight? But they're telling me, you girl, what's wrong with you? It's already morning. But I said, you people, I'm not seeing anything. So they were not accepting that I had gone what? Blind. Because my eyes had no sign of sickness, maybe they are reddish. It had no cataract. It had nothing to show that I have a problem. But I am not seeing. But within me, myself, I was only seeing me cloudy. When I look right, it is clouds only. I'm not able to see you even when you're seated there, only clouds.
But is it something you felt before?
Nothing.
There was no sign, no headache, no fever, nothing.
Those are the questions I also got from the hospital, that as you went to sleep, did you have some cough? Did you have a headache? Did you have any problem? I said, no, doctor. I was actually revising with my colleagues, even carrying out some discussions, but only to go to sleep, to wake up. That's the end of the story.
So what happened when you woke up? Did you try to shout for help?
So when my friends were organizing to go to class for examinations and what have you, I remained in bed. So I sent one person to collect for me tutors. So when Madame Sina came and interviewed me, I told her of my situation. They went for my mother. By then my mother was still working in Atutur hospital. She came for me, then I was taken to Mbale eye clinic, where I was attended for actually 6 months. But at last I was told that, young girl, you have to accept it. The optic nerves are dead. There's nothing much we can do about with you. So that's how I ended up with my studies.
Did they tell you what causes that?
They actually tried to look, they trying to search for the problem which caused all this. I was told of glaucoma. I don't know what glaucoma means.
Glaucoma. Okay.
Yeah. But they told me it is a reversible condition. So accepting it and adjusting was actually a problem.
Yeah, it is.
Because I went back again to zero in all aspects, in terms of mobility, all aspects, let me say. I lost. And even accepting myself and adjusting and fitting in the community, it was another different story altogether.
Irene, an only child to both parents, laments on how she learned that she was blind only a moment to writing her final exam, plus the so many desperate measures she took to reverse the situation. What was your mother's reaction? The first time she was called and told that probably your daughter is sick or maybe the eyes have closed, what was her reaction?
In fact, when she came to school, when she got me lying on my bed, she bursted into tears because she could not believe. Because I'm her firstborn and lastborn. As a mother, she felt it. But of course, she could not deny me.
Of course.
She has always moved side by side with me. She has always supported me, although she's old now. She has no support actually to give me. She's now a grown-up old woman. I would be the person to take over from her now.
To take care of her?
Yes.
Where is she? Where is she staying?
Right now she's not around, but she stays here. But she's not around. She went to her sister.
When you were told you're blind, you came back home trying to adjust with life. But what did you do with your life?
Really, first of all, I could not believe that I'd gone blind. I thought maybe next week my sight would come back. That was always my assumption. So I kept on moving to churches, even to witch doctors, you know, trying always possible to see that God rescues back my sight, but in vain. I was seeing years are going, days are going, I'm now growing older, you know. So I had to accept at last.
quest to find solutions, youthful Irene quickly learned that Braille class would help her come to quick terms with her new self. With help from the district, she was sent for the course. Did you try to think of probably you go back to school and probably a blind school and continue with your education?
I have ever, because I requested the district to take me back for braille reading and writing and then computer training. But after that, well, I have read braille, I've known how to read and write, but I do not have the support to go back, maybe pursue any course, get maybe better papers for myself. In fact, maybe somebody to support me, because my mother is old. She cannot get money from me. But if an opportunity knocks from any angle, I can always go back to school.
Okay. All these years you've been just sitting home after finding out you're blind?
Yes, I've been seated at home, but meanwhile, of course, volunteering just at the district as voluntary counselor.
Okay.
For people with disabilities.
Are you married? Do you have any children?
I am not married and I do not have a child.
Okay. If you're given a chance to go back to school, would you pursue the same career you're pursuing before?
Yes.
The same teaching?
The same teaching.
Wouldn't it be hard for you?
I have seen my colleagues teaching.
Really? When they're blind?
Yes.
Okay. But it's a hard situation? It's
a hard situation, but you will have to cope up with.
Does that mean you have to teach in a blind school?
Madam, not necessarily in the blind school. If I have the papers, like any other person, if they are recruiting teachers in the Bukedia, the Service Commission of Bukedia, if they recruit me, they will post me in any school. Okay. Even a sighted school for children with the sight. Because I am trained. And I have seen my colleagues teaching normal children.
Apart from the voluntary work you're doing, what else are you doing with your life?
There's nothing, madam.
So how are you surviving if you're not earning anything?
I'm relying on my uncle here.
Okay.
He's an agricultural man. When he grows cassava, we eat. But actually, the day-to-day life is actually very difficult.
We're going to go for a very short break, but when we come back, we find out more about Irene's story. Don't go away.